Hey. Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, 27th of October, I've just been listening to it's around about 9:30 CET time, so that means I've just finished listening to MIchel'le sign off for the Clinton campaign in North Carolina. And that bitch bellows one. I'm telling you, that's no joke, man. That Amazon can bellow one, man, with two fingers stuck cleanly up fucking two Clinton ass blocks. So anyway, this is where we are now. And things are kicking off in London at the Ecuadorian embassy. You know what I'm saying? Well, if anybody's noticed. Anyway, welcome to the Beats and Rhyme Industry Fables snippets. Podcast snippets. You know, keep the format a little shorter, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more racier. You know, I'm exercising my journalistic muscle and getting into it. You know what I'm saying? My first videos were a bit wonky tonky, but you know what I'm saying? We're getting on. Yeah, so back in London at the Ecuadorian embassy, I used to deliver there as a courier. You know, I was always in that area, Victoria, round back there, Sloane Square, Knightsbridge, and you can bet. The whole story is a farce. Yeah? Now I fell for Julian Assange. I don't know if it was 2011 or sometime 2012. I don't know if I really left England. I can't remember. And I was watching him interviewing people that were sympathetic to the 2001 terrorist attacks, supposed 2001 terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers. Now, these people were book writers or authors or whatever, or social commentators, you know what I'm saying? There were two Arab dudes or Islamic looking dudes, whatever. And Julian Assange is interviewing them, and he wants to ascertain why they would sympathize with the terrorists that took part in the falling of the Twin Towers. So, as soon as I heard that, and RT were advertising that, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember what year it was, 2011, 12, I don't know. And this is when I lost total trust and everything from Russia Today. You know, I fell off because I thought, well, Ed, hang on, I thought you was alternative media. I thought you was, you know, opposing the agendas, you know, and setting yourself up as a legitimate alternative media. Nobody really knows how Russia Today finances itself. It's only just started advertising. But yeah, you know, because you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm staring from the point of view that there's no proof of any planes flying in the sky and flying into buildings, and it would make the trade towers the only ones that have fallen because of an impact from an aeroplane. So, you know, and then when you look at the videos, you can see it's clearly controlled demolition. So, you know, I don't, you know, so Julian Assange, I fell off a long time ago. He's a Pied Piper. You know, they say he's holed up in the Ecuadorian embassy. Look, there's so many underground, like I said, I've worked there, I've delivered there, and I know there's a big city under the city of London and Westminster and all around. You know what I'm saying? You get from one place of the city to the other. You know what I mean? You can come out of a tube gangway and then you can get straight on a platform, disguised, and fuck off somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we don't have to really go with the media hype. The meaning is internet surveillance for all. That's what it means. You know, I've just watched Edward Snowden last year, you know, with an interview on Al Jazeera from Russia. As far as I'm concerned, Edward Snowden does not exist. He does not exist. He's just a figment of everybody's imagination. You know, number one, how does he get from Hong Kong to Russia without being seen or picked up? You know what I'm saying? Unless he's done the same thing as Julian Assange and gone under a fucking tunnel somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, the latest thing with Julian Assange, you know what I'm saying, the Ecuadorian embassy had no, either the Ecuadorian embassy had no internet or Julian Assange has no access to internet. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe, and people are already saying AMT, alternative media TV, are blasting off and saying we want Julian Assange back. Nobody's saying where he is, la la la. We haven't seen any pictures, la 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 la. Someone's taken over WikiLeaks and started running that on his behalf and speaking for him. So, you know, and then, you know, fuck WikiLeaks. Fuck WikiLeaks, you're a psyop. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't touch WikiLeaks, because any people that find themselves tracked to WikiLeaks are really subject to surveillance as well. So, you know, I mean, it's NSA on NSA. You know, that's what it is, you know? And not only that, Assange was stepping on the heels or toes of the Clinton campaign, you know, with these dodgy emails and stuff like that, and people getting bumped off and murdered. You know what I'm saying? It's standard procedure around the Clintons that people get murdered. And people get bumped off. You know what I'm saying? The Judge Scalia situation, you can go on and on and on. Sorry. So, moving on. Beyonce, I'm going to get to KRS eventually as well, because, you know, we're not, you know, I've changed the format now, I'm going to mix it up a bit, because, you know, I've done a lot of the best groundwork I've done on KRS-One, you know, and I've cased the joint up, you know, with these ships aboard and the Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth and all that motherfucking shit. But before I get to KRS, let's just go to the latest on Beyonce being parodied by this white chick. You know, Star Chamber even said, well, you know, we shouldn't be fucking, you know, white chicks should play your game and do what you do, but don't parody black women.
Part Jewish, half Jewish or something. And, you know, in typical, black, well, she's not wearing blackface, pardon me, but you know, just satire, parodying a black song and making it laughable for mainstream white America. So I'm applauding the women of color that are, you know, kicking dust up right now.
I'm saying, Star Chamber was motherfucking idiot. I'll be back to him later as well. So this white chick, I can't remember her name, you know, her name should be on the screen now, has done a parody and doing all sorts of twerking on videos with a power on a video. You see that popping up there now on the screen. You know, and I've got to say, you know, it's the same old gig with Ellen DeGeneres riding on the back of Usain Bolt. They're trying to shock and alarm. You know what I'm saying? That's all they're trying to do, and create a reaction. From the reaction, they create another solution. You know, which probably might create another reaction. We've seen it with the Confederate flag going up and down like a motherfucking yo-yo. You know, so you know, they're just shock jockeying. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all symbolic. And I said before, Beyonce is not a woman. So if you think that's a woman, then you need your eyes tested or something else is not straight to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that everything that comes out of these sex are, you know, or reverse. Everything's reverse. You know, black is put to white, white is put to black, male is put to female, and it's a skull and bone symbol. It's a crossing of everything and putting one thing from one side and putting it on the other side and changing places, but it creating blurred thematics in between, you know what I'm saying, where things are not quite this and not quite that, you know, Beyonce with a Lemonade fucking shock song, saying that, you know what I'm saying, she thinks it's a good idea to use the Psalms or Bible papers as tampons, you know, and stuff like that. Now, you know, men don't use tampons, so, you know, she's clearly out to shock motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. You don't take none of that shit serious. You just look at the agenda, you know? Boy number 11. That's boy number 11's agenda. To shock, okay? You know? And boy comes from the word they, you know? So, then you have once or once. Once is Spanish for 11, for number 11. Or once, the word once. She was a boy once. You know what I'm saying? I told you, Jungle Service covered this already. Now, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre is getting a lot of stick right now because of it's coming out that he was beating up MIchel'le quite a lot. You know what I'm saying? MIchel'le's got this ridiculous squeaking voice. You know, I don't know what the fuck it's come from. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at hardcore MIchel'le, and I'm seeing, well, I don't know, that's a chick either. You know, and Dre's gay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? The thematic now is now, you know what I'm saying, we've got these hardcore rappers, you know what I'm saying? She's put out an interview surviving Compton and everything else, you know, and talking about how she's getting battered like a rag doll here and there. And that Dre was just a fucking wife beater.
So now the reason that he's doing this now as opposed to earlier is twofold. One, because the movie came out, his album came out first time in 16 years. I like how Anna paused on the movie out. Oh right, it's straight out of context.
I don't know why.
The album came out first time.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? The dude, you know what I'm saying, as far as anybody knew, spent most of his time sucking CEO cock on the desk. Or, you know, some other gay thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're talking about somebody that wouldn't give two fucks about a woman. Or go nowhere near one.
Apple. And there's a lot of money on the line. So now Apple needs him to clean it up.
You know what I'm saying? And you got one about all these stories, you know what I'm saying? And they're still promoting the movie, the NWA movie that Ice Cube played in, or his son played in, at least as himself, you know what I'm saying? It's all fucked up, and the whole NWA story, Jerry Heller's dead now, you know what I'm saying? Been dead for a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? But it's all fucked up, like the whole story, man, you know what I'm saying? The whole NWA story is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And Bone Thugs and Army, you're all fucked up, you know, you got fucked in your ass and all sorts of shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, and his word is Baruch Shah and Yahweh rules also state that they are women, playing as dudes, so, yeah. So, you know, there is one interview where Wendy Williams is interviewing MIchel'le, and that stupid squeaky voice, I mean, she makes Wendy Williams sound like a dude.
People who don't know you, I just have to address the voice thing very quickly. I would like to quickly move on, though, from that. Why do you talk like that, MIchel'le? Go ahead.
I talk like this because I talk over my larynx. It's nothing wrong with me.
But when she sings, totally different, right?
Yes.
Sing the alphabet. A, B.
A, B, C, D.
See? Okay, enough with that.
Okay.
Now let's move along.
And she's a dude, Wendy Williams. Make no mistake, that's the motherfucking dude, you know what I'm saying? And they put this squeaky box in this other dude's fucking neck, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all psyop, it's all fucked up, it's all for publicity, ratings, record sales, all that other motherfucking.
And I also found it interesting that he apologized, and then right after he apologized, Apple also released their statement about it.
You and Dre had a child while you were still?
24.
Okay, so this happened, like, you know, just a time.
Right at the peak of I just got out, I went on the Hammer Tour and found out I was 6 weeks pregnant.
Okay.
We had 2 more months to go.
Okay.
So, as soon as I had to come home and drop that baby and finish out some more shows, and then I became the stay-at-home mommy.
Yeah, however, Professor Griff, you know what I'm saying, he's got his, you know, he throws $2 on it, you know what I'm saying, on Black Magic 363 Underground Railroad, you know what I'm saying, with Brother Rich. You know, and he throws his 2 cents in, and he's congratulating MIchel'le for speaking up for women. You see, this is why Griff is a motherfucking joke. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't touching that nigga, because he's part of the agenda as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if Brother Rich is actually aware that Griff is also part. I mean, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, dude. You're finished. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing you in a can with KRS. You know, and it's these gay pictures of you up there on the fucking internet, man. Come on, man. You know, it's finished, Griff. Sorry. Yeah. So, you know, Brother Rich said, you know what I'm saying, when he watched the NWA movie, he said it was a fucking horror show. There's motherfucking chicks just get battered and all sorts of shit going on in there, man. You know what I'm saying? However, Professor Griff enjoyed the movie. He says it was a good movie. You know, I've seen it. I don't give a fuck about these faggot niggas. Sorry for using that word. but I mean it in the most, you know, in a sense that's not anti or homophobic. I mean it in the way that the way they conducted themselves between each other. You know what I'm saying? It was just faggotry. You know what I'm saying? Weakness, weak behaviour. You know what I'm saying? Let me just correct myself before I get on a YouTube ban. Yeah. So we're moving on. You know what I'm saying? We're going back to the Clinton campaign again, and I'm just, like I said, I've just watched the end of Michelle and Hillary's campaign in North Carolina, and it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've just heard Michelle bellow her lungs out, say, "Go vote, do it, roll your sleeves up, help out." I'm like, yo, dude, this bitch is on one, man. I can turn the fucking volume down on the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I've got this device, headphones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can turn the main volume down, just hear the headphones very lightly. But, you know, I can still hear the fucking headphone out here. I have to shut the door in the chill zone where she's still bellowing on at motherfuckers to go out and vote. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, dude, you know what I'm saying? Does anybody know that that's a fucking, that used to be a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? That's why she can bellow down the fucking microphone. Like, even the microphones are scared, man. They were hugged up together, the two mics. You know what I'm saying? Like, what this picture of fucking halitosis is really fucking, really drowning us out, mate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, yeah, and, you know, she was talking away, and I thought, you know, she's you know, Hillary just spoke. She just used the word kids so many times. Now, Michelle's going to speak, and she'll use the word children. She did until maybe she had enough of saying children. She went back to saying kids again. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'll stress the importance of phonetics in English, you know what I'm saying? And how even that can be coded, you know what I'm saying? Because they are worshipping the fucking Baphomet devil, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing else they ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? There's straight no chaser. Yeah, and then, fuck me, I've seen a video with, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton's tweeted herself happy birthday. And then she's got Charlemagne from Breakfast, from the Breakfast Show, and a few other people, and Stevie Wonder singing happy birthday with her and to her.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, 999. And 9, no, it means German. I don't know, 3 times 9. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a fucking joke. I thought that was motherfucking hilarious. And we are talking about the hilarious Clintons, who are not so hilarious after all. And then, let's go back to the Catholic Guardian School, please. Because I just want to, you know, I'm so disturbed. You know, KRS taking Randy Parker into the into the Covenant shelter in New York and stipulating his hatred for the state-run ones because they weren't Catholic. You know what I'm saying? And it's purely because they wasn't Catholic. You know what I'm saying? You know, state-run shelters should get more finance than religiously run shelters. Why? Because the taxpayer's there and he's paying, and he's there to make sure that, for the public, the standard of living is at a level. You know what I'm saying? So why are state-run shelters not invested in? You know what I'm saying? And was KRS in this video trying to recruit people from state-run shelters and tell them to come into the Catholic-run shelters that he's big enough. And he conducted the interview with the first boy, the white boy, in that video, vintage, the name will be up there, at 3:10. 10 minutes past 3, he conducted the interview with the first interviewee, you know, who was 13 when he left home and got into drugs and stuff like that. So this is all, you know, part of the number worship system I've been talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, and like I said, you know, you take Randy Parker in there, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got knowledge of the abuse scandals that have been taking place in Catholic churches and with Catholic priests or not, you know, you haven't stipulated that, you know, that might possibly be the case. You being the knowledgeable person that reigns supreme. You haven't stipulated that. It could be, you know what I'm saying, there could be good reasons why you shouldn't come into the Covenant Guardian Society organization or the Catholic Guardian Society. I mean, you know, as dumb as I might look, I certainly wouldn't be promoting such a practice that has its religious fingers in the dirtiest and filthiest of pies, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I struck me off, KRS, and these blogs or these podcasts are going to be more, you know, I'll stop naming my podcast KRS blah 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 because motherfuckers have dropped off of you, dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't know that I'm pulling a whole piece of shit out on you. But they, you know what I'm saying, they see the title and think, fuck KRS, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm losing video clicks for it, so, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm going to finish up on that now, be short. You know, all this toing and throwing that KRS does on these cruise liners implicates KRS 100%. You know, all right, number one, you should know what's going on with the abuse scandals in the Catholic Church. And number two, you should know what's going on with the abuse scandals that take place on these canard ships that the Royals own and run. So, you know, and there's another one where he's doing his lecture and he just pops off in a freestyle and he throws in the Queen Mary in his freestyle. I'll be playing that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's going to be it for now. I hope you like the last thing I'm putting that up now, actually. So you haven't seen it yet, you know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. This is the Dat. Beats and Rhymes Industry Flavors Podcast Snippets. And I wish you a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night.
Good evening. My name is Randy Pearson. My agency is Catholic Guardian Home Bureau. Been a real bumpy and crazy ride. I dealt with foster parents not really being there for me, being left out in the street for a couple of days, nothing to eat.
My name is Angelica Garcia. I've been affected by ACS from the year 2008 of March. They came into my life. They offered services. They came in requesting to help me because my mom was in my home and I was dealing with a lot. I was going through having the children very young in age. I started telling the foster agency about how I don't feel comfortable with her holding my children because now I don't even know what's going on with the children because Orgatel has two brothers. One is schizophrenic and one has addictions of heroin and alcohol. And they've been in and out of rehabs and even institutionalized in Harlem Hospital for months. So foster agency totally dismissed my request.
What's the name of the agency?
Catholic Guardian, located on 135th between 5th and Lenox.
I would like to talk about my experience for anything, nothing. The agency blamed the group home. They said, oh, they were supposed to get you that. Yet I barely came with a thing when I came to the foster home.